Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is SS99 here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. But before I get started, I just want to apologize for not posting a video in a while. I have been really sick. I've had a really bad sinus infection, and plus I've been on family vacation, and I had a great time with my family. But enough about my life. Let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to be doing today. So, today I'll be talking about Masked Heroes. So everyone's aware about the new support that's coming out for Elemental Heroes, but it's going to be involved Masked Heroes, and it is crazy good. Now, there hasn't been like a, dead set, I don't know how to say this, but basically there hasn't been a dead set specific way to build this deck. So, I've been trying to, put my own personal build into this and see what works and what doesn't. And I apologize if you hear rubbing or purring, that's my cat. But anyway, enough about me, let's go ahead and get to the profile. So I run 2 Bubble Man, 3 Neos Alias, 3 Shadow Mist, 2 Wild Heart, and 2 Summoner Monks. Now for the spells, I run 2 Miracle Fusions, 2 Polymerizations, 3 Mass Change, 2 Form Change, 3 Emergency Calls, 2 Mask Charge, 1 Rhoda, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 MSTs, 2 Pot of Dualities, and traps: Bottomless, Trap Hole, Torrential, Compulse, Solemn Warning, and Mirror Force. And I run 3 Call the Haunteds, and you'll see why here in just a second. Now for the extra deck, I mainly wanted to focus this on fusions. So I did 2 Shinings, 1 Absolute Zero, 1 Escurado, 1 Calga, 1 Deanne, 3 Darklaw, 1 Acid, and 1 Kamikaze, if that's how you pronounce it. Alright, now for the Xyz, I just run Cowboy, Amaral, Exciton Knight, and Honor Arc. And for the side deck, I run 2 Maxi, 2 Effect Veiler, 1 MST, 2 Blackhorn of Heaven, 2 Rivalries, 2 DNA Surgery, 2 Overworked, and 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. And that's pretty much the deck, guys. Now let's talk some strategy and see why this new Masked Hero stuff is going to be crazy good. Alright, so the common build for heroes has always been Alias and Bubble Man, but you only want to run, well, you have an option. You can either run 3 Bubble Man and 2 Alias, or 2 Alias and 3 Bubble Man, or 3 of each. I don't care. I just prefer 2 because there's not enough space for all this, and I just wanted all this stuff in here. But Bubble Man, you need him to get, well, you can either use him to get Acid, or you can use him as a option to get Absolute Zero, which is crazy good. And Alias, he's just a 1900 beat stick, plus he's the best way to get Shining out, or Calga, if you do need Calga for some reason. Calga's not really too amazing. He's just a backup. So, I'll get to him in just a second, though. Wild Heart is really good. He's unaffected by trap cards. I mean, what more do you want? And also, he can help you get out Deanne, and Deanne is really good. And I'll get to him in just a second. Now, Summoner Monk, he's really good in this deck. Here's why. So, the new Elemental Hero Shadow Mist is really good. Each time you special summon it, you can add 1 change quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. Wow, and there's plenty of ways you can special summon it. Summoner Monk being one of the ways. Now, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you're going to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand, except Shadow Mist. But the only downside is you can only activate 1 of these effects per turn, and only once that turn. But that's okay. The goal here is to special summon Shadow Mist as much as possible, get as much of the change stuff as much as possible, and also get this in your hand somehow. That way you can get this stuff back. I only run 2 of these, and I'll explain why. Now, people like to run 3 Miracle Fusions and no Polymerizations. However, after doing some play testing, I have decided to do 2 of each, and here's why. The only way that you can special summon with Miracle Fusion is if you have monsters on your field and or in your graveyard. And they can't be in your hand. And there are times when I've had this card, and I've had plenty of monsters, no traps. It was just monsters and a Miracle Fusion. I was kind of upset that I didn't have Polymerization. So I decided to put Polymerization in the deck. You don't have to run Polymerization, it's just my preference. And also, it's a good way to put Shadow Mist in a graveyard. Like, if you really want to get Escarado out, just fuse 2 heroes, get Shadow Mist in your graveyard, get another hero in your hand, and there you go. Now, Mass Change, I don't have to explain. This is like the main thing of the deck. This is how you summon your Masked Heroes. Now, Form Change, not a lot of people like Form Change, but I, however, tend to like it. There is another change card where you can special summon, but it's basically like Mass Change, only you have to discard a card, and the monster has to be the same attribute, like Mass Change, and of course the monster has to be a higher level. So it's basically like Mass Change, only at the discard card. I'm thinking about running that one, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to discard. I mean, yeah, it's a good way to get Shadow Mist in the graveyard, but you want to special summon it more than anything. But anyway, back to Form Change. So, Form Change, you target one hero fusion monster you control, and you return it to the extra deck, and then you special summon one from the extra deck with the same level, but with a different name. So it's really good. Plus, I really wanted to run Kamikaze, and I'll get to that in just a second. So, Form Change is the only way that you can really play Kamikaze effectively. Like, you can't run Stratos because, unfortunately, Stratos is banned. Why is he banned? I don't know. I'm on the team bring Stratos back to the competitive world people. I'm part of that team, you know. If you disagree, I'm sorry, but Stratos should be back at 3. Or not 3, but 1. Yeah, he's too good to be at 3. But anyway, so back to the deck. 3 emergency calls. Well, this is pretty much your searcher. Enough said. Mass Charge, you get a hero and a change card in your hand. So it's like another mass change that you can go to. Also enough said. Rhoda's a searcher. Foolish Burial is there if you want to get a hero in your hand that you need, and yeah, Shadow Mist is just good for that. So just send Shadow Mist to the graveyard, add I don't know, Wild Heart or Bubble Man or whoever you need to your hand. MST's staple. Pod Duality is just there so you can get the stuff you need. All these are staple traps. And Call the Haunted, you're probably going to be discarding this guy a lot. Or gal, I can't tell if it's a girl, a dude or a chick. But anyway. So you're going to be special summoning Call with Shadow Mist. That's the goal of this deck. And Call the Haunted helps with that. Or if you have a dead Polymerization in your hand, you can just summon a hero that you need out in the field. Whatever you want to do. So that's pretty much the main deck, guys. Now on to the extra deck. Oh wait, well, I don't know what I'm saying, guys. Ignore me. So anyway, the Shining. This is pretty much your staple fusion hero. He gains attack points equal to the number of banished heroes times 300. So you Miracle Fusion, you banish Alias and another hero. You special summon this, he's automatically a 3200 beat stick. Really good. And whenever he's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target 2 banished heroes and add them to your hand. So really good. Absolute Zero, however, is my favorite. Like, if I had enough room in my extra deck to run another Absolute Zero, I would. Because whenever he's fusions, or whenever he leaves the field, whether he goes back to the extra deck or he's banished or whatever, all monsters that your opponent controls are destroyed. End of story. Escarado, the main reason why I run him is just so I can use Polymerization to fuse Shadow Mist with someone so I can activate Shadow Mist's effect. But he's also good in other cases, like for each hero in a graveyard he gets 100 attack points. So if you fuse 2 heroes, that's automatically 2700 attack points. Now Kalga, as I mentioned, I just had I feel like that this deck needs a lot of masked heroes. That way I can have more options. So I thought Kalga was really good, just in case like you have an Alias in your hand and a Mass Change and you don't have Wild Heart or Bubble Man or Dark Law, and Calga's just there just so you don't have a dead mass change, and if you have an alias. And it's not half bad either. I mean, once per turn you can banish one hero monster from your graveyard, and then target one face-up monster on the field, and it loses attack points equal to the banished monster's attack points until the end of turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. But not the best thing either. But it's also a good target for form change too. So you mass change into alias, or mass change alias into Calga, use form change, and you can get either Kamikaze or Dian or Acid. I think it's really good. Dian is one of my favorite masked heroes. And when it destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon one level 4 hero monster from your deck. That is way too good. Now, Dark Law is really important in this deck. Way too good. Once per turn, if your opponent adds a card from their main deck to their hand, except by the draw phase, you can banish one random card from your opponent's hand. And here's the best part. Any card sent to your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. This guy is a walking macrocosmos. That's why I run 3 of these bad boys. Because you never know when your opponent has Bottomless Trap Hole and Solemn Warning at the same time. And you just need a third one. Acid is really good too. I gotta give credit to my friend Aguja for the win for telling me about a strategy that involves Acid. What you do is you mass change Absolute Zero into Acid. So when you mass change Absolute Zero, he leaves the field. All your opponent's monsters are destroyed. Then you go into Acid, all their spells and traps are destroyed. So their field is completely clean, and you can just attack. That is way too good. Now Kamikaze, when this monster destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can draw a card. I just like to have that extra draw power. That's why I like Kamikaze. Plus, he's got 2,700 attack points. That's really good. So, and plus the name Kamikaze just kind of sounds funny, if you know what I mean. So that's all the fusion monsters. Now for the Xyz, this is just personal preference, but Degusto Emerald is mainly there just in case like you need Shadow Mist or another monster and you just want to shuffle him back into your deck. And plus, he can also special summon Neo Salis from your graveyard because of his other effect. So really good. Cowboy is just a finisher offer. Exciton Knight is for anything really. Exciton Knight's like my favorite rank 4. Now Silent Honor Arc. This guy, it really helps against Ophion. Like, Ophion is definitely going to be a minor issue to the deck. The reason why I say minor is because you have a lot of level 4 monsters. You have a lot of rank 4 monsters that can help against Ophion. I mean, heck, Cowboy can actually help against Ophion if he's in attack position. And, you know, Exciton Knight can do the same thing, and so can Silent Honor Arc. A lot of people like to run Gem Knight Pearl to counteract Ophion, but the fact of the matter is you don't need Gem Knight Pearl. Which is why I replaced him with Degusto Emerald. Because I feel like Degusto could really help with this deck. And that's just personal preference. Now, for the side deck, I don't know if I have to explain this again. Like, as always, sorry you guys can keep hearing movement. My cat keeps rubbing my face on my computer. But anyway, Max C's for anything. Effect Veiler. This is mainly for Medallions. Because if Hoot Cake gets its effect off, you're screwed. So, Effect Veiler really works against Medallions. MST is only there because I always have to have 3 MSTs overall in the deck. It's just what I always do. Black Horn of Heavens for pretty much anything, but mainly for Girgas. Rivalry. The fact of the matter is, the majority of this deck is Warriors, except for these 3 Xyz right here. But the rest of the deck is Warriors, and, well, that one Spellcaster, Summoner Monk. And this also helps against Medallions and Light Swarms and anything that runs multiple types of monsters. It's really good. DNA Surgery is for any deck that involves types like Boojins. Overworked is for Harpies and Fire Fists. Anything that involves monsters getting more attack points. And Light Imprisoning Mirror is mainly for like Boojins and Constellars. The only issue with running Light Imprisoning Mirror is that Exciton Knight and Shining won't get their effects when they go off. But in most cases, you don't even use Shining in the deck unless you draw Miracle Fusion. And in Neos Alias, you don't really need a secondary effect to, be another Neos. So that's mainly the reason why I run Lightning Prison Mirrors, just for boo gens and stuff. And that's pretty much my build on Masked Heroes, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you have any suggestions or any requests on what you want to see next when it comes to deck profiles or duel videos, just send me a comment below in any video, and I will definitely get to it. And also, if you have any suggestions on any of my decks as to what I can do to improve them, leave them in the comments below as well, and I can, if I don't agree to it, I won't do it, but in most cases I will give it a shot and see if it works better than my idea. And also, especially this deck, this is just something that I came up with. Like, this deck is all, I wouldn't say all original, but this is just what I came up with for my personal enjoyment. But if there's anything that I can do to make this deck better, please leave in the comment section below, because I just started playing with this deck and it is really fun. It's crazy. I think that once this stuff comes out, it will definitely be a big deal just because of this guy, Dark Law. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will have more videos up for you soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.